if everyone could take a moment and please turn your cell phones off, it's really important as it impacts and impedes our Wi-Fi connection here. So everyone, let's turn that off if you don't mind. I would love it. Thank you. Hour and a half to actually be present with spirit. That is an incredible gift, right? So we do this every month. This month we're a week off, a week early. Normally it's the second Sunday of the month, but this one is the first because next week is my grandmother's 90th birthday. So I am going back to New Jersey, so I'm very, very excited. So thank you all for coming today and hanging out with us. And there we go. We've got one seat right there. Yay, welcome, welcome. All right, so we always start with a message from Spirit. And this one came in this morning. So if you just take a moment and there you go. Perfect. All right. With the change of the season, we see the change in you. We witness your contemplation of where you are and if you are moving in the right direction. We see your constant worry as you second guess your own decision making as if you are uncertain in yourself. We see your confidence waver in times of change. And we also see how you let fear grip you at times when shedding the old. We know that it's difficult to let go of relationships, patterns, and situations that no longer serve you. But go within and trust your choices. We want you to realize that there are no wrong decisions. If you allow yourself to follow the flow of the leaves in the trees and listen to the whisper of us in the air, you will know that you are moving and moving in the right direction. You are meant to move and change. Your change is your personal growth. This is the evolution of your soul. When you make those first steps, you create an energetic push that begins to put the pieces together for you. With each old pattern you are willing to release, you create the space for us to bring you more abundance. Abundance in the value of true friendships, connections, opportunities, and love. We see you step back instead of forward as you second guess your worthiness and standing in your power. No need to rush, my child, but know that we stand beside you, for we see that you are magnificent and know the good that you are putting out into the world. We see your growth, and we see when you move past your old thoughts and patterns to expand your heart and share with others. As you step into your power and change with the seasons, you are spreading your wings and flying higher than ever thought possible. This season is a gift to change with confidence and to step out of the old shadows as you move into the new season with love. Radiate your soul outwards and see how we help to shift and move the world around you to give you a mirror so that you may see yourself in all of the glory that we have created and loved for you. I thought that was, listen, I expect Spirit to be on point, but that was really on point, isn't it? Like, having you noticed, especially like, I don't know if it's the fall, I don't know if it's like where the energy is, but having you notice, like, second guessing yourself, or where am I going now? Is this the right move? Did I do it all? I only got 3 months left of the year, my goodness, right? All of that, we kind of go through and we reflect, and then we say, are we in the right place? Sometimes you've got that ebb and that flow, and it's always nice when Spirit reminds you to kind of let go of those fears and let go of those worries. I mean, those are things we place upon ourselves or others project upon us, but they're not meant for us, right? We're meant to be free and open and really, truly limitless. And we say that word a lot. We toss it around a lot, but are you living limitlessly? Are you believing limitlessly? And it was interesting. We had the summit last week, and it's 12 weeks, and you see this growth of these students really working through all of their own fears. And the most incredible thing is in that 4 days. It's 4 very, very intensive days. And through that, you see that the one thing that continuously hinders someone is their belief in themselves. It's nothing we're putting on them. It's what we do to ourselves. So, that's kind of around our talk of the day. It's, feeling the shift of the seasons and those seasons within you, not just in nature, right? Because we are energy as well. And, if we allow ourselves to stop spinning in circles, and to really break free and really push ourselves, we can expand beyond anything we ever imagined was possible. Instead of allowing those fears to paralyze us, make us second guess ourselves, without allowing other people to make us second guess. Think of how much power we give to other people, right? Does your boss truly think you're limitless? Or does your boss keep you where they need you to fulfill a job description? So you want to find those people around you that want to see you be all of you and to embrace that. And when you find that, you have to value and hold on to that more than ever. So trust yourself like nature trusts that the leaves have to change. Nature trusts that the leaves actually then have to fall off. And that we have to go through this change in order for rebirth, in order for new beginnings. And that's the same thing within ourselves. We have to shed, continuously exfoliate your soul, right? It needs a little exfoliation every now and again. And allow yourself that reach of letting go of the old, shedding that old, and stepping into all of you. And trust yourself. We are meant to grow, and we are infinite, yet we continuously put these physical restrictions on ourselves. How many of you at times feel that you're not good enough? Raise your hand. I know I'm one, right? And that you won't have enough energy too. How many of you think, I won't have enough energy to hold this. I can't hold the space anymore, right? But yet when you let go of that, you realize that you will be given, Spirit will give you everything you need to get through. And maybe it's something testing your patience. Maybe it's something to show you the truth. Maybe it's something for you to see within yourself that allows you to take those next steps with love. So allow your soul to sparkle. Allow it to radiate. Don't dim your light for anyone. Don't dim your light because of you. And when you think you're not enough, let go of that mind chatter. Connect with your higher self. Stand in your own power. And I guarantee you, you will see that you have more than enough to take those next steps. So we have a great talk actually by an amazing medium, healer, energy worker, and it is, a lot of the topic today is going to be about what are you letting go, how are you going to create that flow. All that rhymed.
Write that down.
Somebody write that down. But it is about that letting go and not releasing. And sometimes we need help with that. Do you agree?
Yes.
Because if you're in your own thoughts and your own patterns, sometimes you don't see the out. You don't see that light at the end of the tunnel, right? You don't see a way. So YuSon is going to give us some tools to help us with this, to help us understand what we can do in our own life to move through. Sound good?
Yes.
We got a kind of a professional talk with tips today. And again, I really want to welcome our professional speaker. She does everything from Reiki energy, ancient, Akashic records, medium, psychic, intuition, you name it. She does it, and then she ties it all up in a beautiful little box and explains it so easily for us to all understand. And so I always love when she's available to do a professional talk for us here. So please put your hands together and welcome YuSon Shin.
Hi everyone. I love fall. There's so many upsides to fall. There's cooler weather, amazing rush hour traffic during Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, am I right?
Yeah.
And pumpkin spice lattes and Halloween. And I wanted to talk about Halloween because it's the only time of year when it's acceptable for adults, grown adults, to unapologetically wear costumes. The kids get to wear every day if they wanted to. And I get to share my favorite fun facts about the history of Halloween and tell my favorite Halloween jokes. So I'm going to lay a few on you and hope that you enjoy them as much as I do. Why don't ghosts like rain on Halloween? Because it dampens their spirit. Okay, another one. What happened to the guy who didn't pay his exorcist? He was repossessed. Before you get better. And last one is why did the ghost go to the bar? For the booze. That one's a little corny. So, going back to the history of Halloween, did you know that it originated in Ireland and is more Irish than St. Patrick's Day even? Fun fact, St. Paddy's Day celebrations, as we know, it was popularized by the Irish immigrants in America. So, back to Halloween, which started in Ireland. It's celebrated every year on October 31st, which is the last day of the Celtic calendar. So it originated from a pagan holiday called Samhain, which celebrates harvest and honors the dead. It literally means All Hallows Eve, and hallow comes from the Old English adjective that means holy, and Eve refers to nighttime. So the Celts celebrated their new year on November 1st and believed that the night before, on Halloween, the veil between the world of the living and the dead is believed to be the thinnest, and enabling them to feel connected to their deceased loved ones. And one of the reasons that spiritual activity is so high on this night is due to the vibrations of the date. So if you think about it, November 1st or 111. So see the pillars? So this is the veil, and this is between the physical and spirit. So I brought, visuals today. Right? So let's throw some astrology in there too. So the veil is also said to be the thinnest due to the sun's position in the deep and intuitive sign of Scorpio. Scorpio energy is all about the transformation and honoring the cycles of death and rebirth. But it rules over the psychic and the emotional realms and embraces rebirth and reinvention of self, like a phoenix. And so it's a really powerful and magical time of the year. The Celts also believed that the closeness of spirits resulted in making predictions easier. So in Ireland, people used to use this occasion to play fortune-telling games and predict their true love. So the popular All Hallows Eve event was mirror gazing, as people hoped to catch a vision of their future by looking into the mirror. And women would toss apple skins over their shoulders, hoping the scraps would make out the letters of their beloved. And so no one does this anymore. select certain apples and make them represent like certain suitors in your life. And when you bob for apples and you fit into the right apple, that would be your future husband. So Halloween was once a great day of romance and great matchmaking. Because the Puritans disapproved of the holidays, pagan roots, Halloween truly didn't catch on until more than 1.5 million Irish people fled to America during the potato famine. It started in 1845. So by the 1920s and 30s, there was a big push to make it more family-oriented, and communities came together for parties and parades, and the baby boom of the 50s moved the holiday into school classrooms and homes, and trick-or-treating became revived around this time, and it really evolved into a holiday for the youngsters. So the tradition of costume started when it was believed that spirits wandered the streets during sowing, and people thought that if they disguised themselves, they would the spirits wouldn't mistake them for people. They would mistake them for other spirits, and they'd leave them alone. So the tradition of providing small treats to kids dates back all the way to All Souls Day Parade in England. And during the festivities, the poor would beg for food, and families would give them pastries called soul cakes in return for their promise to pray for their deceased loved ones. So, fun fact, jack-o'-lanterns were originally made from turnips or gourds. Isn't that cute? So Halloween is such a popular holiday that Americans have projected to make it the second largest holiday after Christmas. So it's huge. We spend upwards of $9 billion every year. So, and who doesn't love scary movies? Fun fact. The movie Halloween was on a really tight budget. So they found the cheapest mask that they could find for the Mike Myers character. And it's really a William Shatner Star Trek mask. And they just cut the eye holes bigger. So that was really interesting. Another fun fact, Harry Houdini, master magician and illusionist, he passed away in 1926 on Halloween, of all days. And even though he was a skeptic about mediums, Houdini promised his wife on his deathbed that he would communicate with her from the afterlife. So his wife held yearly seances for about 10 years before she gave up. So, but I think she would have had better luck communicating with her husband if she had come to Sunday service. Right. So, Halloween is really a good time to give a little extra thought to the fact that we're spiritual beings that never die. It's a time to celebrate and remember your loved ones who are no longer with us in the physical. You can light a candle, you can say a blessing for them, and invite them to join in on all your festivities. And as an energy healer, I want to emphasize how important it is to honor the energy of the seasons. There's a natural time and cycle to plant and to harvest. And there's a flow to things. To go against that is to invite resistance. And does everyone know what results from resistance? You get worn down, exhausted, and you don't get very far, and you get more of what you resist. Because what you resist persists. Yep. Exactly. So during this time of year, Mother Earth invites us to release, to surrender, and let go like the trees that release its autumn leaves. And as we do that, we find greater abundance. We continually recreate ourselves through the cycles of life. And I'm proud to say that I've been through a few cycles. And in many ways, fall is a time of new beginnings. So let's harvest the seeds of good intentions planted in our new year in January. Really reflect on what we want and who we are because the people in our past, the people who loved us, really made us who we are today. Let's celebrate our bounty and all the good things in life and invite love and light into our lives. So with that, I want to wish everyone a wonderful fall and happy Halloween.
We are upping our game here at the Colby Rebel Spirit Center. Slides and displays.
Very happy Bobby for it.
Thank you. Really fun. It's very interesting, isn't it? Yeah, it's interesting, and you know, couldn't agree more about bringing in the opportunity for that abundance. That you know, that the universe and spirit wants for us. That's the one thing to remember as well, right? You know, think about it. Your loved ones on the other side, they want good things for you, right? So, all right, how about some messages? Are you ready to hear from some of those loved ones in spirit? Yeah. Sound good? Okay, so our first medium today, I've just absolutely loved watching her unfold and step into her own. She is a certified advanced psychic medium through the LWI SSD, and she is also a part of a group called the Sixth Sense, where they go around and do monthly demonstrations, and they donate that money to charity. So that's a wonderful cause and gift of sharing spirit and sharing, helping other people understand spirit that may not be within their budget at times. So it really is incredible. I love watching her, and I love just having her in the house today. So please welcome Shelley Sanders.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Thanks so much. Love to talk. I'm so excited about Halloween. Okay, so let's see who's here with us today. Okay, so I feel like I have Mom with me. She feels like somebody that's a real go-getter. She feels like someone that can really stand her ground, and she feels like she's ahead of her time. So she's pretty sassy, but she has me having my hands on my hips, so I know that that you definitely would not talk back to her. She also feels like someone that was also very sensitive inside. Like you had to get close to her to know that she had that really soft side, but she also has that really tough exterior where maybe a lot of people wouldn't necessarily know. I feel like, but this makes sense for you because I'm looking at you.
I know you're scared.
If not, it could be someone in front or behind you.
I'll have to say no.
Okay. So, they just come to you just in the front, but you understand Mom in spirit, pretty feisty, but also have a really soft side to her inside. Yeah, would you understand that? Anyone in this row? And if not, and if I have a relationship, Mom, it could be a grandmother. So can anyone on this side take that? Would that make sense for you?
Yeah,
Would it make sense that she would have her hands on her hips, or that she was pretty feisty?
Feisty, yeah.
Yeah, because she gets me really feisty. But she also gives me that soft, caring part, but you had to get closer to understand that. That would make sense too. Okay. Now she also makes me feel like, and I'm hearing the word baby, so it makes me feel like that she would have been someone in base. Would that make sense to you, that you would recall that? Or that I'm hearing that?
Different grandmother.
Okay. Okay, so different grandmother, okay. So would that other grandmother also be pretty feisty that you're thinking of?
Yes, and that's more loving exterior.
Yeah, okay. Now, with that, I also feel like sewing was involved. Would that make sense? Okay, so let me just make sure that I just want to be with the right person. So can anyone on this side take a woman in spirit? She's kind of feisty, but once you get close to her, you know that she's very nurturing. And she's giving me these homemaking qualities, like she would have baked or she would have sewn. Can anyone on this side understand that? Okay, can you take the rest of it? Because I want to make sure that you can take it all, because that's what she's giving me. And if not, can we just open it up to this side? You want to understand the woman in spirit. Pretty feisty, but she also has that really soft side to her. And she's giving me the homemade version of the household snow. That makes sense to anyone here? Very interesting. So it could be that I'm working with a couple together. But that makes sense? Okay, so let me just make sure that I'm getting it right. Would she also have kind of like a little shy quality to her also as well? Where she would have kind of stood back just a little bit? Okay, because I'm also getting that too. And maybe that's kind of stepping up, kind of stepping back. But she also makes me feel like she would have really taken everyone in, like very nurturing, so that still makes sense for the two of you. And she also makes me feel like dancing would have been important. So am I still with the two of you? Am I just with you now, dancing? And that it would have been fun in the family, like she would have got out and she would have danced with the kids. Would that make sense? Can you do me a favor, just use your voice so the rest of the people can hear you? Yes, okay, thank you. And she's also making me feel like there would have been parties in the house. Would you recall the parties? Okay, great. And it feels like you kids would have watched it. You would have watched the adults having fun. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so glad I'm with you. So is this grandmother still?
Well, yeah, but it sounds like again it's both of my grandmothers.
Were they kind of close together?
Yes.
Okay, so it could be that they're just kind of coming in together because they really want. Okay. And then the other thing that I feel like would have been very significant is shopping, but that makes sense because I feel like there would have been some shopping happening on food. Yeah. And I just feel like that she would have been someone that could have really worked the room really well. That makes sense, like very graceful, a lot of dinner parties, a lot of parties. And she's just really making me feel like that you have a lot of those qualities within you as well, but they just haven't been coming out lately. Yeah. And she just wants you to really kind of dive in and trust it, to let your outer self shine because you've been a bit reserved lately. Yeah. And she just wants you to know just that you got it all, that like there's magic within you, just keep shining and just keep that light really bright. And that's really what she came to share with you. So thank you so much. Let's see who else. I feel like I have Dad here. It feels like he would have been in the Marines. He feels like he would have been a man's man. Very good with his hands. Would have been able to fix things in the home. She wouldn't have had the quality one to fix anything. But this makes sense for you because I feel like I'm on this side where I have a dad in spirit who's been really good with his hands, and I feel like he was in the military. Does that make sense?
Yeah, except for the military part, he was never in the military.
So if he wasn't in the military, would it make sense that he would have had a very strict or very regimented personality, like things had happened at a certain time, or
He was very militant.
No, militant. It's kind of like the beds had to be made, like everything had to be done before you left the house or before you were able to play.
Yeah.
Okay. He also makes me feel like that there could have been like a slight distance as far as being able to get close to him. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And he also makes me feel like that he would have had like a lot of friends around him. Like he would have been like a good group of men. Would that make sense? Like he had some really close friends to him that they hung out around. And it feels like it would have been very traditional that things were just set up a certain way. So it feels like I expect that dinner by a certain time, if that makes sense, and that everything. And I always feel like the kids had to be kind of cleaned up and ready to go for dinner, and don't make too much noise because you don't want to get on his nerves. You kind of walking on pins and needles. And he also makes me feel like that he was also very proud of his family. Would that make sense? events.
Yeah.
That like, I feel like I want to puff out my chest and say this, like, this is my family, and this is what I've done, and this is my contribution. Now I also feel like sports, so would it make sense that he would watch baseball or play baseball? Because I'm feeling like he would have watched sports or something coming up about sports.
No.
Would it be you that the one that enjoys the sports? Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what the sports connection is. But I also feel like now he feels very good with his hands. Like he can almost make anything. Would that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I can look at like directions and I can put it together. Like it feels like he'd have been really good at Christmas time. He put all the lights together, put everything together. Like no problem. And he just really feels like he didn't maybe show his affection a lot to you, but when he wants to come through and just kind of show that softer side, like although I may not have said it, that I really do appreciate you and that I really am proud of you. And I just, although he may not have been the type of person that would have come to this, he just wanted to take this opportunity just to give you his appreciation.
All time.
All right. Did you enjoy it? Okay, so we have some more mediums that are just incredible. So a couple of things, if you don't mind, especially because we live stream this, so for those at home too, make sure you give them a strong yes, no, I don't know, and just project your voice a little bit so that everyone can hear, because we really are nosy. And we want that inside intel as to what happened. But it makes it more fun because it is a community event, and then those at home can hear. Also, know they may give you a name, so that medium may bring forward a name. This happened here, you guys. There's psychic amnesia. All right. What happens is you forget your loved ones' names. You may forget those around you and their names. You may forget your own name. You may forget what you're wearing today. And it happens more frequently than not. Even yesterday in a session, I had the lady's grandmother's name that I gave, and I said, then I'm also hearing Annie. She says, no. And I said, are you sure? Because I definitely keep hearing the name Annie. She's letting me know she's with Annie. No. No. And I said, well, I'll leave it with you. Oh, Annie! That's her best friend. I'm like, sometimes it takes a moment because maybe what you're thinking of isn't what the spirit is giving you. So just kind of be aware of that. So they may give you a name and things like that. And as you saw with Shelley, there may be a little piggybacking, right? Where you get one spirit that comes in and they want to talk, but the other one's like, I want to talk too. And so the medium has to work out which loved one is with which recipient. So there you go. Our next medium, I love watching our next medium. In fact, we're really lucky she's even here because she has had quite a few near-death experiences. I can assure you a past life it must be a cat. So, because she just, it's a remarkable story if you haven't heard it. But these near-death experiences have certainly facilitated that connection with spirit, and she brings through this gift with such love and compassion and gentleness that I think is beautiful. And so please put your hands together for Lima Bergmann.
That's here too. Got another person in the room. All right. So let's see what we have here today. Okay. I feel like I have a dad. I feel like this is, let's just start with a male. I have a male here. And I feel as though I'm feeling like I'm drawn over here apparently. I'm facing this side of the room. I feel as though this was a man who, I want just gonna go with that for now. I feel like he was an officer. You know what? I feel like I want to say this. He worked in the post office, actually. Would anybody over on this side have a male who actually worked in the post office or as a mail carrier? They feel more like the office. Yeah. I'm going to open that up. Anybody here? Anybody who has a male in their life who's in the post office? Okay. Then I'm going to go back to officer.
My grandfather was a pilot, and he was an officer in World War II.
Officer. Okay. Don't give me too much. Don't feed the need. But I appreciate that. Because all I'm getting really is officer, and I do feel like this was a man who was actually in charge, and he had a very high position in what he did. So would that make sense for your? No. Okay. Yeah, and it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. So, is there anybody who has a male who was an officer who was a high position, an officer of some sort, because it's not getting into me, but he's in a high position and responsible for a lot of other people? Does that make sense for everybody? I know, I'm really drawn to you, sir. I didn't want to.
I don't know what ranking really was.
Okay,
I know he saved the naval
was
ship.
an
I
officer.
guess he was up there.
Go with that one.
I don't know what level you want,
I just feel like he was, but he was. I don't know the rankings in
No
things.
post office though.
No, I don't know why I went there. It's like officer. I feel like he was, like I said, I don't know the rankings, but officer was for sure. You would have known him as an officer. That would have been part of his title. Does that make sense for you?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And he would have, would this be your father or your grandfather?
Dad.
Okay, that's what came through first was dad. Okay, so I feel very drawn to you, so I'm gonna go with this, okay? And so, I wanna say that there was distance, geographically between the two of you for some time. There's some distance.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, and, I feel like you're, is this your wife here?
Yes.
32 years. I feel like we should rely on your wife. Yes and no's here. Okay, because I feel like he's showing me that there's this distance, and I feel like something very significant in your family happened while there was this distance that he wanted to be there for. Are you understanding this?
Yeah.
There was something significant that happened that he wanted to be there for. And would you understand this? Right. Oh, okay. Because your father was very committed to his family,
Right.
and there's more than one of you in the family, children,
Right.
and every single one of you is very unique.
We like to think
That's
so.
a silly. But you know, some siblings are they're so similar. I feel like each of you has such a unique gift, and actually, I feel like this is coming from him. Each of you has a very unique gift to share with the world. Like, you're all very, very special and very, very smart. And he's coming through with this pride of, I have amazing children. And there's something about something that happened during this time of distance. There was an event of some sort. So if you can't come up with it now, if it's you know what I'm talking about?
I mean,
Okay.
when our kids were little, so.
Okay, there's something that occurred during this time of distance. He wants you to know how much he was with you during that time, even though he couldn't be there, because it bothered him that he wasn't there for that. And so he wants you to know that he wishes he could have been there for that. So it's coming through very strong. So I'm gonna leave you with that. But honestly, he was a very respected man, and he was a very generous man as well. You
Yes.
understand this?
Yeah, probably too generous.
Very generous man. That is coming through. Like, very giving of himself, and actually beyond his family, like well beyond the family. He was generous to his family. His family meant everything to him. But he was a giver, and he was, and people loved and respected him. This man did not have a single person that didn't like him. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
Yes. everybody who knew him would be able to say, I am proud that I was able to call him my friend.
Right.
Correct? Okay. And specifically for you, sir, he wants you to know how incredibly proud he is of you, that you are a very accomplished gentleman, but at the same time, like anybody, you've had your ups and downs in life, but you never waver. And what your father taught you was incredible values, and those values have carried you forward and allowed you to stay strong throughout the things that you've had to be challenged with in this life.
I
Do you
understand.
understand
Yep.
that? Okay, and he's so very proud of you, and I'm going to leave you with that. All right. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Now I have a woman here, and this feels like a mom, and I want to say that this woman is actually very shy. She's a very shy woman, and it almost took this gentleman's father coming through to sort of open the doors for her, because it's like another way he's working in spirit, like to help somebody else come through who normally would not be able really to come here today. And I'm getting very, she's shy, she's a very loving woman. This is definitely somebody's mom, and I feel like this is somebody who maybe has not ever come through before. And
Really?
okay, let me just get another piece of information, because I feel like she's really shy and she's a little reticent to talk, but she's as shy as she was, this woman she was also a very generous woman, and she did things for everybody and never took for herself. So I'm going to open that up, because I'm not sure. This could be your mom, and you're feeling like this could be your mom. Okay, so that would make sense that your father's opening the door for her. But please listen as well, because I'm not really sure where I'm feeling it. And so I also want to say that I feel like this woman would have died from an illness. She would have passed from an illness. Okay, and for over here. Okay, all right. I think I'm over here then, because I feel like I got very I want to use the word feeble as I passed. Like there was an illness that took a little while before she passed, and she became very feeble. She was already a shy woman, and so this was really hard for her. This was very difficult, and I feel almost like I want to go like this. Like I got very weak and very unable to move. Understand? Okay. And would you understand that this woman has never come through for you before? Right? Your mom has never come through. Because I feel like she's trying so hard to be present for you right now. And I want to say, almost certain, this is your mother, correct? But I feel like she's here for you. I feel like there was a very special bond that you have with her. Do you understand this? And I feel like she wants you to know that she could not have had a better daughter-in-law. That the connection that she had with you was very, very special. And she treated you like her daughter. And I also want to say that you were with her. You were with her a lot while she was ill, and you cared for her. And she's acknowledging that and telling you how much that meant to her. And she is coming back to you, sir, with such pride. You were a little mischievous, little I don't know why I want to say this, but I'm using the word snickerdoodle. Like I don't know why that word's coming up, but it's almost like it's a word to kind of say you were a little sneaky, like a little snickerdoodle. What?
Handful?
And yeah, like, no, I don't even know what a snickerdoodle is. But is that a candy or something? It's a cookie. Okay. But there's something about, did you sneak cookies or something? Like you were sneaky. Like there was something a little sneaky about you that she's like.
Well, there was me and my 3 sisters, so yeah, you did.
No, it's you. It's not me. Nice try. I love how he's trying to play the sisters. You were a little sneaky, she's saying, but it was charming. It was a charming kind of little, and she had a sense of humor. Your mom,
right.
So it's kind of shy. She was cute, and she had a sense of humor, and I think that's what she's bringing through right now. She's like, oh, you know, you were my little sneaky one. But she's got such warmth and adoration for you, and for you as a couple as well. It warms her heart tremendously, and she wants you to know that she's with you always. Okay, and I'll leave you with that.
Thank you.
Look at Mom calling you out.
And nice try, handful. Way to be gentle on yourself. All right, we have some more messages. Are you ready? Okay, wonderful. So our next medium really actually has her own space not too far around here, so it's just a few minutes away. She really helps facilitate the community, teaches classes on crystal and Reiki and psychic and medium and the whole gamut. Does these full moon ceremonies, which are actually really fun. I have to be honest, like, I'm always making jokes about them, but they're like, but I love them. Like, it is such a good thing. I just know that if I went to one, I'd be swallowed up into the earth. Or you'd find me howling at it. Something weird would happen. But anyhow, she has her own newsletter and such, so you can always follow what she's doing. But we are blessed and honored to have her here today to deliver messages from your loved ones in spirit. So put your hands together for Jules Sanders.
I promise you won't be swallowed into the earth.
We have a possibility together.
That sounds like a personal thing, Colby. Thank you all for being here today. I'm ready to work with your loved ones, so let me see who would like to come forward first. Okay. I do feel like I have a father here stepping forward, and there's something very, I don't know why he's giving me the word gallant, but I just feel a refinement, I feel a chivalry, I feel a gentlemanness with him. And I do feel like there would have been a close relationship between the two of you. And I feel like he worked very hard to put money away, and he would have even helped you out as you were in adulthood. So I know I have a very nice gentleman here. I do feel very drawn to this side here. Yeah. Do you like
Yeah,
understand?
I'm so. No, I'm
Do you have a father in spirit?
No, husband.
A husband in spirit, okay. And does the other information make sense?
Yeah. She told me the whole thing, the whole business friends English.
I'm sorry,
All
can you
world views. Yeah.
I didn't hear what you
So
said.
he's, never mind. It makes sense.
Okay, okay, husband, father, I don't know, sometimes I get those two mixed up, but let me just see him and
Yeah,
see.
yeah,
Work with. Would you understand him being a romantic as well?
Yeah.
I feel like he would make romantic gestures, not just on special occasions, but he would surprise you.
Fashion, noble.
Noble, yeah. But do you understand him surprising you? I feel like he would come home with, I want to say, flowers when it wasn't a special occasion. Okay, all right. And there's the chivalrous about him, I understand as well. Like, he was really intent on caring for you and making sure you were taken care of. Do you understand that? Okay. All right, so I want to dance with him too. Do you understand that? I want to pick you up and twirl you around. I feel like you like to dance. Do you understand? Do you have memories of dancing with him?
He's a musician.
He was a musician, but did he also like to dance? Because I feel this movement with him. Okay.
He always wanted to be a Brazilian dancer, the next one.
You want to be a dancer? Okay. All right, well, he's just making me, I feel like there's movement. I want to move with him. So maybe if you didn't consider him a dancer, you understand dancing with him? Yes? Just use your voice. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I also feel like he's showing me a lot of affection between the two of you. A lot of physical affection. I don't mean in a, you know, I mean in a nice way. But do you understand him also? I feel like he could be very quiet, and he's talking about times that you would share together, you know, when you can just be quiet with somebody and not have to talk all of the time. Because I feel like he didn't want to talk all the time. Sometimes he just wanted to be quiet and be with you in the quiet. That's what he's making me feel. So I know there would be memories of just being together, and that in itself was really important to him. So I know that there were these shared memories. I feel as though you would have traveled together. Do you understand that? Okay, because I feel like he's taking me on trips with him as well. Do you understand a trip to Ireland, I want to say?
We didn't thank you, Alan, but the last month of his life, we traveled to Europe. We went to England and France. That
You
was
went to England and
before
France.
he died, yeah.
Okay. Thanks for giving me that information. No, I just feel like, do you understand going to the seaside when you were in England?
Yes, yes.
Okay, because I feel like you're showing me standing at the cliffs of the sea or something like that and
Yes.
looking out together, and I feel like there would be a very special memory there. Does that make
Yes,
sense?
yeah.
Yes, okay. Because he's bringing me on this trip, and I know it's like he was preparing for his passing, and I feel like he was sharing a lot of things with you before he passed. Do you understand
Yes.
that? There would have been a lot of conversations about passing, but he also would have just been open about his life and things. Do you understand that as well?
Yes.
It's like he opened up. That's what I feel. He opened up and he was telling you, I'm ready to die in a way.
Yes, yes. It was a little different the way they had described it, but the interesting part is after he died, he started showing up in the dreams, and that was
All right, I just feel like there's something about it where I'm like preparing, I'm opening up, and I'm ready for this, even though he didn't want to leave you. That's how I feel. You know, it's not like I'm ready to go because I'm done with this life. There's some kind of acceptance that I feel with him. And I also feel like it's, you know, I can't tell yet how long it's been since he's passed, but I feel like there's still such a strong bond, the two of you together, that it's been hard for you to move on in a romantic way. Do you understand that? Because it's like he's saying you deserve to be loved, and I just want to say that and leave that with you, okay? Yeah. Husband, father, I don't know if it's because I've never been married, but I was older than you, okay. I just feel like you took really good care of me too. All right, let's see who wants to come forward next. All right, I feel like I have a female friend here. She would lift your spirits up, and I know that she was a sassy lady as well. And I feel like when you needed real advice, you would go to this lady because she would tell you. She wouldn't hold back. That's the feeling that I get. I also feel like she might have been in music as well, or played an instrument. That's what I feel. Do you understand this by any chance? A female friend in spirit?
Sort of. I mean, I'm really thinking about a friend in spirit. I mean,
Yeah, this is a friend. Do you understand a female friend in spirit?
I do.
Okay. Do you understand the personality that it says also?
Not quite.
Not quite. Okay, that's okay. Does anybody in this area, you understand it, Lima? But you understand it? Okay. All right, we got a few people here. Do you also understand playing an instrument? In fact, I want to say piano. Do you understand that? You understand that?
I can take friend, but I can take everything else.
Okay.
A friend who was a guitar player and a singer and an actress.
A female friend. Okay, and then, all right. And you understand this personality, both of you? Because I feel like she was very real. Like there was no messing about with her. That's what I feel. Okay, let me see where I'm at, because I do feel kind of drawn this way, but let me work with her a little bit more. There's this real, she's like, get to it. So I feel like she had a little bit of a bossiness to her as well. Do you understand that? Yeah. Yeah, ish. Okay. And just so I'm clear, what instrument you said she was a guitar player and singer. Does she play piano? Your lady? Piano and singer. Okay, because I do feel like there's a pianist vibe here with her. All right, and I also feel that she passed away from an illness. Do you understand that, both of you? Okay. And I feel like this would have been cancer. Do you understand that as well? Not cancer? Okay, yeah, all right, Rachel, we're gonna work with you. Okay, is this, I don't think this is somebody that I've brought through before, okay. Because I feel like she went through the process of chemotherapy and would have lost her hair, that's what she's showing me, okay. And, whew, I feel like her strength, you know, she kept that strength throughout her illness process, do you understand that? Like she was a pillar. And even as her body got weak, she still stayed strong. That's what I feel. And I also feel as well, there was like an inspiration between the two of you that was shared. So it wasn't just her strength inspiring you. I feel like she saying you inspired her equally. Do you understand that? Because I feel very much there's a spiritual connection. Do you also understand that? Because she's making me feel like you would have shared the love of this work together. And I feel like, do you understand also going to events or having memories of going to events with her in the spiritual community? Because she's bringing me to events, and I feel like you would have seen speakers as well. Do you understand that? Okay. Do you also understand being in a bookstore or there being something about a book with her? Because I feel like she's showing me a memory of going to an event and there would have been books and a speaker. And I feel like do you understand the age difference as well with her? Because it's almost like she's your mom, but she's older. Do you understand that? Okay. Oh, she just has so much love for you. I feel like the time that you spent together wasn't that long, but it was long enough to really have a lifetime bond together. I feel like she's so proud of you doing this work. She looks out for you. I feel like she kind of has pushed you along your spiritual path as well. And I feel like she's just saying, I've been here every step of the way with you. From the beginning when she was alive, and she's still here with you even after she's transitioned. And I just want to leave her love with you.
All right, you guys doing okay? Yeah? Good, good, good. Ready for a couple more messages? Yeah. I don't know. Okay. I've got a male in spirit. He definitely makes me feel like he's on the younger side. So I believe under the age of 30 is what I'm getting. I also get a quick passing around him. He also gives me a sense where this feels to be a friend, but more than a friend too. Just gotta be honest. You understand that? Okay. Does anyone over here understand it? You understand it? Okay, great. Sabrina, do you understand it? That's okay, that's okay. Would you also understand a sense with him of, boy, he's making me kind of embarrassed, to be honest. He's very descriptive. Is the sense I'm getting. Do you understand that? Jules, do you understand that? He gives me a sense of being very proud of himself. All of himself. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Please be proud.
Like he's, oh my goodness. But like he likes to strut his stuff. Yeah, does that make sense? You understand that? And you understand that? Okay. Do you also understand, I don't have a specific name. I just keep hearing a "k" sound. So I don't know if there's a Kevin or a Kyle, but a "k" connected to this as well. So it might be someone else that you know connected to him. But would you understand that? I know.
Not his name, but there might be something else.
Okay.
The name of a place, but not a person, yes.
Okay, name of a place you understand as a "k"
Yes.
as the sound?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I gotta make sure he's not going somewhere else with that. You know what I mean? He's very, even in his joke telling, I think could be a little over the top, all of that. playing with him, music, dancing, concerts, that sort of thing. You understand that? Okay. Do you understand that?
I understand music and dancing.
Excuse me?
Music and dancing, yes.
Music and dancing? Okay, great. And you understand that as well? I feel like he either was in a band, or there's something around wanting to play music or write music as well. Do you understand that?
He wasn't in a band, but he likes to write.
Okay, how about you?
He wasn't in a band, but he performed with music.
Okay, got it. You know, the weird thing is, even though I just feel like looking at my body, it really is directing right towards Jules, but let's just keep going with this, okay? So Jules, do you mind if I work with you?
Sure.
Okay. Obviously I know Jules, but I don't know this loved one. Would you also understand with him, either there's a braided, something around his wrist that he would either wear something with braids or leather connected to him as well. Do you understand that?
I don't remember.
He keeps showing me something wrapped around, so I feel like either he was very into deep connection, deep talking, deep conversations with him as well. There's got to be a leather
I don't
connection.
understand that, no.
Deep conversation.
Okay, I gotta tell you, well, you have a lot of things around. There's a leather, I'm telling you this, and I know it's gonna come in. I know after this you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, I know what that is. But it keeps showing me, I feel like it's braided
Not braided, but there was a leather watch.
around his wrist, right? Okay. And I'm fired. There's a sense with him too. See, yeah, I just feel like he's very confident. Like he gives me a sense of a bit of cockiness and a bit of confidence as well. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. You know, I love you, and I appreciate you taking this and saying yes. He is with her, and every time I try to come over here, he brings me back here. I know this is for you. I know that this thing is going to connect, and then you're going to tell me later. Okay? He gives me this sense with you of this. You know?
Yes. Yes.
You understand that?
He was a dancer, I'll tell you.
Well, but he would like dance on up into you. I think too. See, I should collect the dollars from everyone. He gives me this feeling though, like, this feeling, I don't know what to do with him. He's like, yes, Mom, you do. That's totally his personality, right? And there's something with boots, but there's no pants on them. So you might have something where there's some cowboy boots or some sort of boots connected to them. And I just feel like with him, even though he's also goofy though. He's kind of goofy and funny, and I don't believe he took things too seriously. I just believe he was taking life by the horns. Yeah, stop. And he enjoyed being fun. He really, I believe the two of you together were like this electric spark. It just was a lot of spark. It was a lot of chemistry. It was a lot of fun, but also a friendship connection as well.
Yes.
And he doesn't, he's being funny, and he's like, oh, because this is how she's going to she knows, like, if I was going to show up, I'm going to show up. Just, yeah. You really want him to wear more clothes. You ever want to stand where you're like, I need you to
like to see him without this.
But I do know that, interesting, he puts his hand in your hand, and he holds it, and he kisses it. And so I know that there's a tenderness there, and I know that there's a love, and there's also just this thing where he wants to share. He appreciates that tenderness that you always gave him. And that when you're doubting kind of where you are in your own love, to know that he's with you, and to know that you're amazing and loving and sexy. So I think that perhaps like a friend of mom's that you would look as an aunt. She gives me a sense with her that she would have had a large impact on your life, spending time with you, doing things with you. Also very, much more fun. I believe that maybe your mom could be a little bit more, well, but this is your aunt talking about your mom, uptight. But I don't believe your mom is uptight. I believe that's your aunt's perception of your mom, okay? So, and I believe that your aunt was very free-spirited, okay? I don't know what is happening today. Very free-spirited. So, does that connect to do you understand this? You use your word, yes? Yes. Okay, you understand the ants, is that correct? Okay, great. Do you understand your aunt being a bit of a free spirit as well, like this way too? Does that make sense?
She was a little bit of a,
Like a also
rebel. She was
like a feminist too, or no bra or something like that. Okay, do you understand her? Like, there's something about she brings me a little bit to the 70s, so I'm not sure if it's just the time or when she's like. I think she either would have been in a rally or a protest. Like, there's something with this where she wanted to fight for people. Do you understand that? I think she would stand up for people. Do you understand that? All right. I don't know. You should look back. I believe that she went to something, she attended something when she was younger that makes me feel that it's about rights, okay? She also gives me this feeling where, do you remember her well? Okay, you know, I gotta be honest, she's definitely showing me younger, maybe that's just how she likes it, but she just kicks her head back with like the biggest laugh, like she's got this big laugh, it's like, it's crazy. Does that make sense? Do you remember that? And there's just this joy with her, a joy of like a sparkle in her eye when she would talk. Do you understand that as well? And then would you also know the name, I believe, this is like maybe the name Margaret or something in the family. Do you understand that name connected? It could be someone else connected in the living or in spirit. There's a Margaret or a Margie, that sort of name. She was Mary Lou. Okay, got it. Thank you. She gives me this feeling with her of, I believe that there's an illness to her passing, like cancer. That's the sense I'm getting. Do you understand that? Because I feel like it goes through my body. Do you understand that? And she also gives me the feeling of being a bit, she didn't want a lot of help at the end. I think she's very private about this. Do you understand that as well? Because she makes me feel like she doesn't, I don't think she even told a lot of people. Like, I feel like she wanted to kind of keep this private. Do you understand that? Okay. Anyhow, she just wants to come forward today. She just kind of tells you, don't forget to like kick your head back. Like, sometimes maybe you're holding on too tight, or you're struggling, like you're struggling to make it work rather than just kind of letting it go, kicking your hair back, waving your hair back and saying, go for it. Oh, she does that. So we got this, they were quite colorful today, weren't they? Goodness. Okay. I need a moment to compose myself. It's fun though, fun. You know, and that's the idea is, you know, your loved ones, you know, they want to have fun. Even from the other side, they want to still laugh and dance and be with you and share in your life. So, you know, in those moments when you're saying, oh, I really wish you were here with me, know that they are there with you. And that you can bring that connection in. And that, you know, we say a lot of times they're just a thought away, but that's exactly where they are. They're around you, so it's just one thought away for you, okay? So we have a lot of events. So each of the mediums today, again, none of this could happen without the incredible gifts and talents of our volunteers. They come forward and, you know, they come forward each and every month. And we are just really, really lucky here that we have such incredible incredibly gifted and professionals that step forward and donate their time each month. So I do want to thank YuSon, Lima, Jules, and Shelley for your time and gifts this morning. And just know, each of them, you can always book a session with each of them, right? They work privately, they do their classes, their events, so always figure out how you can support and be around them. So we have a couple things that are coming up I do want to mention. So speaking of that full moon, meditation and sound bath, Jules has that on October 13th. Again, so that's just right around the corner, like maybe 5 minutes from here. So you have the full moon meditation and sound bath, which is fantastic. Has anyone experienced a sound bath? Raise your hands. Right? It is an unbelievable surrender. It's so beautiful at how those sounds really do create healing. They create flow. It is so powerful. So you have that. Now, if you're into crystals and want to learn about crystals, she has a certification course, and that is the weekend of October 18th and 20th. So it's a 2-day class, workshop, 3-day, excuse me. And it's crystals. She'll teach you through it, work through it, exercises, I'm sure. And so you can always talk to her about that. And we also have Shelley. Now, Shelley is going to do an event here for a little bit of Halloween. It's Spirit Messages. It's going to be very spectacular. And it is on Sunday evening, the 20th. So it's Shelley Sanders and Tracy Escobar, and they'll be delivering messages. And I think they've got some tricks and treats and prizes and things like that. And you can always follow Lima on her social media to see what she's got coming up and what she's offering, and the same as YuSon. I know YuSon's got a workshop here, but in January, right? So lots of stuff. You can sign up for our newsletter if you want to know all the deets on everything. On October 26th in this space, I'm doing a beginners, medium, psychic, intuition workshop. It's really fun. It's just, and even if you have some training, I think the beginner's class is just really fun because you get to play. You get to actually just enjoy it and play and have a good time. And then if you are practicing psychic medium and really want to hone in about those gifts, I have a circle that is starting November 24th. So it's a 4-week circle. And we have a lot of people that do it, and they have a lot of fun, and they keep coming back, so that's always good. So anyway, I just want to thank you all for your time this morning and for sharing with us and for bringing this community together and remembering that your loved ones are around you, and to celebrate your life, to go beyond the limits that you're placing on yourself, and to create that life that you keep seeking. Just create it. It's there for you, okay? All right, thank you everyone.
He was